Tranquility, brought to you by Sahaj Marg.
Welcome, viewers.
Welcome to Tranquility.
In the last few episodes, we've spoken about heartfulness meditation.
Heartfulness is the essence of Sahaj Marg. Sahaj Marg means natural path. It's simplified for the modern life of the system of Raja Yoga.
In this episode, we shall know more about Sahaj Marg.
So, what is exactly Sahaj Marg?
Why Sahaj Marg?
Unique among Indian yogic practices, the Sahaj Marg system offers us the possibility of spiritual evolution to the highest extent within the framework of our natural, everyday lives. It is in the context of family life that almost all human characteristics are perfected, and therefore Sahaj Marg practice is specially developed for the average householder. It is freely offered to all, with the most essential criteria being sincere willingness to participate in the practice. Sahaj Marg teaches that self-transformation holds the key to social transformation. Ultimately, if an individual's character does not change for the better, then no amount of cleaning by the saints of the world will have a lasting impact on humanity. Thus, the practice is dedicated to transforming humanity one individual at a time. Sahaj Marg, above all, teaches us this very essential truth that I am what I am because of what I did and thought in the past. I shall be in the future whatever I wish to be if I do and think in the right way now in the present. So the onus for spiritual development is totally on the spiritual aspirant.
What are the unique features of the path of Sahaj Marg?
Talking about coincidence, I wonder if you are seeking or what you seek is seeking you. In my case, during college days, many years ago, I was with my beloved brother and friend, Omar Bakir. We were in the student cafe. And then all of a sudden, one gentleman, one guy, he came and he jokingly threw a paper. We were in Sweden. And he threw the newspaper on the table. And he says, your grandfather is in the paper. And we saw a tiny little picture of Babuji Maharaj in the classify ads saying that there will be an introduction about Raja Yoga meditation in the student bibliothèque. So instead of being angry, we were so pulled to the picture, the photo, and we thought we must go and see what's going on. So we went to the bibliothèque. Of course, only Babuji's portrait was there. He was not there, but there was a brother from Denmark who was giving the introduction. And only me and Omar were present in that introduction, nobody else. And this is how we started Sahaj Marg.
Tranquility, brought to you by Sahaj Marg.
simplicity and naturalness are the essence of Sahaj Marg. There are no rigid dogmas, rituals, or mechanical practices. Neither are there any strict rules or regulations that an aspirant is required to follow. The commitment is to oneself alone, and progress is dependent on the regularity and dedication of our daily spiritual practice. The uniqueness of Sahaj Marg resides also in its emphasis on balancing worldly commitments and spiritual practice. We do not have to renounce our possessions or our achievements, but only develop an attitude of non-attachment towards them. Likewise, each human faculty has its legitimate function, and it is through the proper use of these faculties that our lives become balanced. The system advises a reasonable amount of time and effort and is specifically designed for people with families, jobs, and all the responsibilities of contemporary life.
There are two unique aspects of Sahaj Marg. The first is transmission. The second is cleaning. Transmission is the yogic energy which is imparted to the aspirant by the spiritual guide, whom we refer to as the master. This energy is called prana huti. Prana meaning life force, abhut meaning offering. In Sahaj Marg, it is sometimes referred to as the forceless force, both infinitely subtle and capable of generating profound spiritual transformation. The transmission dissolves impurities and past impressions and accelerates our spiritual progress. Anyone who practices the system, even for a brief period, is capable of feeling the effects of this transmission. Cleaning is another unique aspect of Sahaj Marg, in which we use our mind and willpower to remove impressions and complexities that keep us bound to habitual behavior patterns. As a companion to morning meditation, the cleaning practice is done every evening to clear away the impressions of the day. Deeper cleaning is performed by the master himself, either directly or through prefects, whom he has trained to clean and transmit to others through individual meditation sittings.
What does the practice of Sahaj Marg comprise?
The Sahaj Marg practice comprises three key elements: meditation, cleaning, and prayer meditation. The goal of Sahaj Marg is also self-realization, which rests on the premise that the divine exists within the heart of each human being. Being infinite and without attributes, the object of Sahaj Marg meditation has no name or form. Therefore, the Abhyasis are asked to meditate on the most subtle and pure thing, which is divine light in the heart. The method is to sit comfortably in one position with the thought that one's heart is being filled with divine light. One should not visualize the light, but only suppose that it is present. As other thoughts arise, one gently diverts the mind back to the heart and waits patiently for this divine presence to manifest. Non-attention is the best response to unwanted thoughts, as thoughts without our attention have no power. All our experiences, actions and reactions, thoughts and emotions leave impressions. These impressions, called samskaras, accumulate over time, influencing our view of reality and consequently our behavior. As habit patterns emerge and solidify, we continue to react in the present as we have in the past, setting the blueprint for future action. In this way, we become, in a real sense, slaves to our past experience. As these layers accumulate, it becomes more difficult to experience our essence, the soul within. The practice of cleaning is a process whereby we direct our thought in combination with our will to remove or clean away these impressions so the light of the soul can shine. Once these impressions are removed, the root cause of behavior patterns which keeps us bound to the past will gently and naturally fall away.
A companion to the daily practice of meditation and cleaning is a prayer meditation, repeated just before the morning meditation and in the evening before we retire for the night. When we take a few minutes to meditate on the meaning of the prayer, we are essentially affirming on the deepest levels our link with the divinity within us. The simple prayer acknowledges that we are the creators of our own problems and that our wishes and attachments are barriers to our evolution. It is addressed to God with a firm belief that He alone can help us rise to the higher state of existence.
Tranquility, brought to you by Sahaj Marg.
Sahaj Marg has really changed my life. It's a method that I've been following for 2 years, and I've seen a really major impact on my life. I'm a executive creative director under a lot of stress. I have 3 kids, a husband, and a really full lifestyle, and I was experiencing a lot of, I would call, low-grade stress. Nothing very specific, but I just didn't know how to really make myself feel better. So for years I've read a lot of self-help books, I've tried a lot of other methods, I've tried to meditate, all sorts of meditation, and I met a wonderful gentleman at work who introduced me to Sahaj Marg, and it's really a method where there's some science behind it, so it's something that on an intellectual level you understand, and you just start following the program, and before you know it you start feeling better. I just kept getting feedback of just try it, you'll feel better. And so I would go to the meditation and I would feel better after that meditation for the day. And the longer I went, that feeling continued until I can continually feel much more level-headed, much happier. There's an inner sense of well-being. I think the biggest and the best feedback that I got was from my kids. And they said, "Mom, you're so relaxed these days." And I really attribute it to this method of just meditating and the cleaning. I'd never heard about cleaning before, and it's really, once you do the cleaning, you feel a weight lifted from your shoulders, and when you're able to do that every single day, it really makes a major impact on your life. So I can definitely say that I'm much happier, much calmer, a better sense of direction, my thoughts are clearer, and my life is really taken a positive impact from my experience.
I started with Sahaj Marg 1.5 years back. I work here in a fast-track country, in an industry where the production is very important, oil and gas, and I was looking for something to go inside and relax my mind a little bit. And so I met my colleague in the oil and gas industry, and he told me to try this method of Sahaj Marg. I've been trying a lot of methods, but I had fear inside of me, and I had panics inside of me, and I wanted to go inside and heal this fear and this panic. And so I started with Sahaj Marg, and for me it wasn't easy to meditate and then do cleaning in the beginning. But then when you start going inside, and this thoughtless state of mind comes in, you get attached to this Sahaj Marg, and you go on continuing your practice with Sahaj Marg because you get this sense of oneness with the people that are surrounding you. The first time I went to satsang, I said, no way, I can stay for 1 hour meditating with people. But when I went in, there was this energy, which I will never forget now, and that keeps me going as well. I finished my meditation with a very good sense of oneness and kindness. And this has reminded me of Wayne. He said, when you have the choice to be right or to be kind, always be kind. And I think Sahaj Marg had taught me to be kind all the way and to feel connected with the people that are surrounding me.
I can really see how Sahaj Marg has been paramount in bringing up my children. It has made all the difference. And I would not want to think how my situation and my children's situation would be now if I would have not started to meditate. This meditation has been bringing balance into myself, which, like ripples spreading out, had a huge impact on my children's life. They just grew up as calm, balanced children, and I can see the results. I'm very grateful for that. Maybe that was the biggest impact. But there have been many others as well. I wouldn't know where to start. A lot of good changes have come into my life with this meditation. I wouldn't like to miss it.
Sahaj Marg has brought a very high degree of balance within me. And it has become a natural state of my being. And I guess the beauty is that it's permanent. And this is what I was always looking for. Sahaj Marg means the natural path. And incidentally, it has become a natural way of my life. Before I joined Sahaj Marg, around 8 years back, I knew something was not correct. I was struggling with my mind. I realized that the mind was always scouting for problems, anticipating problems, and trying to solve them. And it was in a perennial state of anxiety, trying to cover it up, either in the future or in the past, wanting to achieve something. I was not at peace with myself. I felt even if I am successful on the material front, how does it help me if I am not happy with my life? I mean, at the end of the day, the least I deserved was to enjoy the fruits of my hard-earned labor on the materialistic front. And also I realized that on the relationship fronts, there was a lot of requirement to listen to the other person, to care for the other person. While I was doing it, but I felt it was at a superficial level. Because I was living through my mind and my mind was not in the present, it was not possible to be fully with the other person, be it my parents, be it my wife. I read self-help books, attended a few counseling therapy sessions, but I realized they were giving me temporary relief. They were not giving me a permanent cure. Sahaj Marg gave me that permanent cure. And I think the beauty of Sahaj Marg is that the practice is so strong. The meditation helps you wash away the mental tendencies altogether. The aspect of cleaning, which is the most important one, it cleans the cause for those tendencies, and that's the best part. Like tomorrow, if you go to see, if I want to, I'm addicted to something. By meditation, you'll get rid of those thoughts. But cleaning will get rid of that source or the, very source which is giving rise to those thoughts. I think, yes, it has brought a very high degree of balance. It has helped me in my relationships. It has improved my work efficiency. And it is everlasting and permanent. Yes, it did take some time, but anything which comes quickly goes away quickly as well. And anything which takes time to come, it will last for a long time. So yes, I'm grateful to Sahaj Marg, and now that's the way of my life.
To learn more about Sahaj Marg, you can log into the Sahaj Marg website, which is www.learntomeditate.org.
Meditation helps, and it is quite effective. However, it needs to be supplemented by a disciplined way of thinking.
That's right. It's like if somebody want to lose weight. Just going to the gym will not be sufficient. You should be also careful about the dieting and what they eat. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to lose weight.
Similarly for the mind, we need to ensure it doesn't go haywire. Only then the meditation can be truly effective.
In the next episode, we will discuss and introduce you some techniques which helps you discipline your thought and which will complement and help you on your meditation.
Bye viewers, see you next week, same day, same time.
Thank you. Have a great day.
TRANQUILITY, brought to you by Sahaj Marg.